said enough. Seems to me I have three options over which tribe to give the belt to, but I don't feel right about giving it to any of you.
Well, on behalf of the Smithsonian tribe, sorry. Institute, I would like to thank you for your most generous donation. Now, if I could trouble you for some bubble wrap, a box, and a few finger sandwiches, I'll take that belt and be on my merry way.
Oh, no. The last place this belt belongs in is a museum. Can't lock history in a glass case.
Why not? You can lock anything in a glass case. Well, unless we're talking about a mine.
James, if I may be so bold, may I suggest that we all state our rationale for why we should have the belts? You listen to what we each have to say, and then decide who the rightful owner is.
The rightful owner is the one who can pay cash money.
Cool it, Tracy.
Here, I have documented proof that I am a descendant of the original keepers of the belt and how it is my duty to bring it back to the original place of its making, New York State.
You may be a descendant of the original keepers, but Elijah brought the belts here, and Elijah's direct descendants are here. So therefore, the Oneida wampum belt belongs to the Oneida Nation of Wisconsin.
A long time ago, when we were being relocated, second and third groups that had moved to Canada kept their traditional ways. The ones that moved to Wisconsin converted over to Christianity. So therefore, if any one of us should be the sole owner, it should be the Canadian Oneidas.
The American Museum System is the greatest preserver of American Indian artifacts. We will take care of the belt. We will classify it, dissect it, see what makes it tick, and lock it in our trophy case. We will put a very bright light on it, and people will be able to buy replicas of it in our gift shop. Think of it as culture for a quick swipe of a Visa card. Smell that? Oh, yes. The sweet, sweet smell of profits.
So, I have this place in my apartment where the belt was a pretty sweet. It's right between my vintage torture devices and my case of mannequins.
Oh, God, this is not an easy decision.
Don't screw this up. Just think about the Cadillac in your driveway, and you'll know what to do.
We'll come up with a decision that you can live with.
Thank you, Luxa.
Don't mumble, Jimmy. I need to get my clothes right.
I have made my decision on what I should do with the belt.
I can have a check to you by the end of the day, and then maybe we can celebrate over another cup of coffee.
Finally, the belt will be coming home.
Breaker, breaker, one-niner. The crow is flying home. I repeat, the crow is flying home.
The belt will not be going with any of you.
What?
10-4, molasses hound. The pearl is in the river indeed.
I have to make a decision that I can live with, and one that'll be right for all Oneida people.
Hey, did I mention that my grandmother's a Cherokee princess? I don't have a photo or anything, but I could Photoshop a few if you give me a minute.
I've decided that the Oneida tribal belt will be shared between all three Oneida communities, Wisconsin, New York, and Canada. And every 5 years, the belt will travel to the next community.
Fine, the New York Oneidas will take the belt first.
How do we know you're going to pass it on in 5 years?
You can't go keep it.
What was that?
Most likely raccoons. Those varmints are tenacious and will stop at nothing to get my pills. But not today, my friends. Not today.
Sound like a window broke in the back. I'll go check.
Not so fast. Your place is at the helm of your ship. You are not expendable. I'll take care of it. Besides, I'm trained therapy animals.
Hey, let me grab my pipe wrench and I'll give you a hand.
The tornado has been spotted at the Oneida Buffalo Farm. Repeat, stay indoors.
Now that those idiots are gone, we can have a serious conversation on what to do with the belt.
Great.
Cancel that. One idiot remaining. Ellen, why don't you see what those guys are doing for the next 3 hours or so? And then we can have a serious conversation.
Why don't you give him a hand? After all, the creepo camera boy might be willing to overlook, well, all of you.
Why don't you both leave? We're trying to reach an agreement on taking the belt back to New York, where it belongs.
So, like the doctor professor said, he's going to take a quick nap. No big deal, we'll need to check on him.
Everybody, we should get in a basement.
We can't. It's filled with Girl Scout cookies.
What? Did you say filled with cookies? I just may be the 1998 cookie-eating champion of my living room. I have a trophy, but I try to be humble.
James, what do we do?
You need to move now.
Hey, everybody grab onto this rope. I'll tie us all together so we don't blow away individually.
Seriously, I'm not gonna die tied to you morons.
It's a tornado, not a three-legged race.
What type of knot should I use? Seriously, I could have been MacGyver.
What the heck did you do?
I tied them up. It was nothing, really. It usually takes a lot more planning and whatnot, but I'm sort of a stud, you know.
Untie us!
I can see the headline now. Reporter held hostage. Given a medal of bravery.
Yeah, but they might have to award that posthumously.
On behalf of the people of New York, I will bite you.
Think about what you're doing. There's consequences to holding people hostage.
So why isn't Tracy tied up?
Hey, I have morals. I do not use rope until at least the third date.
What are you talking about? I mean, you have the perfect face for radio. But even your mother must vomit a little when she sees you.
Well, she did once, but that was right after I was bored. I already sent Mama Myrtle a few dozen pictures of you, and she thinks that we can make a few babies or whatever.
Oh my God, I better be dreaming because this is seriously messed up.
This is reality. I'm taking the belt, my bride-to-be, a few dozen boxes of Thin Mints from the basement. I'm leaving you suckers to face Mother Nature till you die or whatever.
What are you talking about? I'm not leaving my brother and my father's daughter.
You mean our father's favorite daughter?
Oh, please untie us.
Picture this. You, me, a case of Jolt Cola, a pull-out couch, and a litter of baby shawls running around.
Oh, untie us already.
That's a negative. I'm commandeering this belt in the name of the U.S. of America. The next time you see this belt, it'll be around the waist of Uncle Sam because only you can prevent forest fires.
Oh, please. Listen, we can talk about this. Just untie us already.
Oh, don't worry, baby. I'm here for you.
Wow, I've never seen anyone get knocked out by a rubber chicken before.
Why don't you take a picture? Oh yeah, you're still tied up.
Well, genius, I can't. Untie me so I can.
Wait, not yet. First, I think we should take this moment and bask in the glory that is me. Your heroic savior, Matthew Reginald Clamp of the one and only National Security Agency.
How'd you get out of the office, did you, Clamp?
I'm sorry, sir, but I cannot reveal that information to you. All I can tell you is that through very intense training and eating your Wheaties every day, you too can help keep the world rid of figure skating hobos. According to recent intel, there are gangs of these vermin taking over most of the major cities in Brazil.
Hold your horses there, Mr. Man. You're not going anywhere till I get a few answers. First of all, what does the government want? And more importantly, need with the Oneida Tribal Belt? And how much are they willing to cough up for it?
This is no time for negotiations. As I said before, this belt should and will be in the possession of the government. Otherwise, there will be space aliens riding unicorns, running amok in the street. It'll be total anarchy. Think of the Soviet repercussions. Think of the children. After all, they're our future.
Stop all this madness, please. I have to pee. Tracy, I told you to untie me already.
I think this is kind of fun, without being all tied up and everything. We're watching Andy Clamp use his super spy magic and save our lives.
Fred, I don't think you're seeing the picture here. He's gonna steal the belt of my people and all could be lost.
Can I go home now? My mom's baking shepherd's pie tonight.
Well, I would love to stay here and chat it up with all you fine, outstanding, patriotic Americans. Oh, and one Canadian fan of the Clamp. But I mustn't keep headquarters waiting. There are still more evildoers out there, running amok, ballerina frog catchers and the like. So, I'll just collect my things and, yeah, somebody might want to call the police about the crazy guy lying on the floor. And, hey, where's my rubber chicken?
Oh yeah, my tribal workouts are paying off.
Oh, great. What next? I knew I should have taken the job at J.C. Penney's.
Tracy, untie us already.
Give me a minute, will you? Take this!
Oh, so you don't, what?
Stealing from my store isn't a way to win my heart. Stealing from a Tiffany store will get you a date. Maybe.
Although it hurts my very soul to say thank you, let me just say that you are a kind and resourceful woman. Let this be a lesson to all of you. Never underestimate the power of Castle Grayskull.
If you don't get out of my shop in the next 10 seconds, you're gonna end up like your soulmate.
Oh, I will leave. But I assure you, this will never be over. I will watch this place like a hawk. And Uncle Sam knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. And he knows every time he's being screwed and gets his revenge every time you visit the Department of Motor Vehicles. Oh, you will all hate your driver's license photos. This I promise you.
Wow, what a story. I can see it now. How's the situation averted? Tribal belt safe. It won't be long until this reporter is touring talk shows to share her story with the world.
911, this is Tracy Hill over at the antique shop. We have a moron that needs to be removed. He's trying to steal our wampum belt.
Tell Innocent Officer Cornelius I still have his handcuffs from the other night.
Yeah, I know there's a tornado warning, but you don't know what we've been through.
Listen up, you three. You have until the cops arrive to agree to share the belt. If you can't come up with an agreement, then none of your tribes will get it.
The tornado warning for Oneida County has expired.
On behalf of the Oneida Nation of Canada, I agree to share the belt.
The Great Oneida Nation of Wisconsin agrees to share the belt too.
There will be a social and a feast at the Longhouse in 1 month. We'll invite our relatives from all 3 communities. This is where the story and the history of the belt will be told for all to hear. We will then use the belt, or represent the belt to the first community, the Oneida Nation of New York. We will take the belt back home with us and care for it as if it were family. After every 5 years, the belt will travel to the next community. This is how it will be done.
This, ladies and gentlemen, will be the front page story in the New York Times.
So, Desiree, how about we celebrate this compromise together?
I'm in. How about Chuck E. Cheese?